to a rocky start. Look at that, how beautiful is that? Good morning, happy Saturday. Just put it on there. Should we get my cup of tea? How beautiful. Just check it's working because I would have stood still. Yeah, we're good. It's really warm here. We're in Frigliana in Spain. I don't know if anybody will come in and watch it, but it'll be live on the replay if anybody wants to watch it. I got up specially, and it comes up so quick. Good morning. Welcome. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, say hello. We've been here, I've been here a week tomorrow, I think it is. First day we got here, a little bit cloudy, a few spots of rain. And it's been like this ever since. It's absolutely beautiful. Just get to see what we see every morning. It gets really, really warm. It's about 8:30 over here in Spain, plus one from the UK. I can't get over it. I've been there loads and loads of times, but this has probably been one of the best positions we've been in to see that sunrise like that. Thank you very much for giving me that thumbs up. It does help the YouTube algorithm to share it out. If anybody wants to come and say hello, I'll show you the rest of the place in a minute, but I just thought I'd show everybody that sun coming up over that mountain. I don't think many people will be up in the UK. I'm GT, how you doing? Todd Tibor Medard. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for saying hello. It's ferocious. I put factor 50 on, and I'm quite used to the sun, but I put factor 50 on. You need to put it on one today. I'm in a place called Frigliana in Andalusia. Steal a brain rot YouTube. Bro, how you doing? Flamer Jacob, how you doing? I mean, if you look up Frigliana, I'll probably put a link to it in the description if I remember. You can actually have a look. It's a beautiful white Andalusian village up in the mountains. About 50 kilometres from Malaga Airport. They call it the Costa Tropical because it gets more sunshine out of any other place in this area. It's nice, beautiful place. We've been coming for years. We just rent remote farmhouses in the country just for a couple of weeks, just for vacations. The scenery is amazing. It's like living in, you're living in the area basically, rather than a holiday where you go to a resort or a hotel. You just come out and just live here. Obviously, we've got a swimming pool. Don't rough it too much, do we? Try not to shout too loud. We've got someone who actually lives next door, and it's early in the morning. Graham spelled correctly. How you doing? Just thought I'd show you this sun popping over the mountains. Everybody say hello to Graham. He's one of our moderators. He's lovely. I nearly caught it before it started, but by the time I got the gear out, it had actually started to peak over the top of that hill. The best sunset you'll probably ever see. It's actually a sunrise. It shines off. It's the pictures you get on the rest of the hills around. You know, as it comes around and shines across, and you get the same at the sunset when it goes back down again. Beautiful. Even if you're not doing anything, keep up the good work. That's right. I saw a thing on TikTok with a dog, and it says, in the morning I do nothing, in the afternoon I carry on doing what I did in the morning, and in the evening I rest. A lovely cup of coffee and sit down there would be perfect. I've got a cup of tea, a cup of Ringtons. The only thing is, Graham, it's very, very warm. As it gets up, I can't sit in it. It gets up to 35 here in the daytime. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's that's the thing. I mean, you can go on holiday for different reasons. You can go all inclusive, or spend time in a hotel, in a 5-star hotel, or you can spend half as much money and actually just live on your own. We've got a beautiful barbecue, cook food on that, swimming pool, got a range of sun lounges. You haven't got to get up in the morning and compete with somebody else because we've got 4 and there's only 2 of us. Got an iCar if we want to go out. It's just a different way of. We've been doing it for quite a few years, and I must be honest, I prefer it now. Sit outside at night, glass of Diet Coke, watch the sun go down, watch the world go by. I've actually got Wi-Fi, so I can connect up to that and sit watching live shows that I don't get a chance to when I get home. Yeah, a cup of tea does sound That's Celsius, obviously. And it's been between 30 and 35 all week in the daytime. And you can sit outside it in the evening in the dark. The thing is, up here, it's very, you do get a lot of mosquitoes, so you have to use some repellent at night, otherwise you end up scratching. Somebody's decided to use his chainsaw. Shout out to the Great British Cuppa. Let's see if I can. Even had some mugs in this one. Wish I was there. I had to put my heating on earlier. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're obviously Lincolnshire, and I think it's been raining a lot there. They're just fitting we finally had our 50-year-old back boiler took out while we've been away. 50 years old, that boiler's been in. Or 50 years, should I say. But she'll be able to sell it on Antiques Roadshow. Anyway, we're good for a combi boiler, like everybody else. Apparently, we've been running at 65%. What do they call it? Anyway, we've been going to do it for years, and we've finally decided we got a price just before we came away. Our usual builder's project managing it for us. Don't make them like they used to now. Wow. Oh, God. Yeah, that's it. Either side of us, they've had 2 combis each. And they've lasted sort of nearly 10. It's got a 10-year guarantee on it, so it makes sense, really, because we pay a fortune for the gas people to insure it. Well, now we don't need gas insurance, so we'll save that every month. Yeah, our houses were born in the 70s. They've still got the gas fire stuck to the front of the boiler, you know what I mean, in the front room. So it looks really outdated. Now we're down to 2. That's the thing when you go in the vertical mode. People come in, people come out. First time I've been live this week, I changed my business mobile to a company called Gamma. So I get in within 20 minutes. You've used all your data. It's supposed to be out round like home, which isn't excessive use, but it's used, isn't it? And I've been trying all week to get them to switch it on. I've changed SIM cards in the end to me, what I usually call my work phone. So I'll be parting company with them when I get home. We can stick it sideways. You send them an email. You keep sending them another email. I sent them an email the other day. And they realised I was starting to get excited, but they've still done nothing about it. So if you're in business and XL ring you up and ask you if you want to go with their mobile, tell them no, XLO. Mine is from the late 60s. So there's the old hot water. Air vents in the floor. We used to, we lived and they were basically sort of prefabby type things with flat roofs that they put up to house the London overspill. And that had air vents. And you used to walk in, you never used to set it, you used to walk in and switch it on. And 15 minutes later, it was roasting. I don't think it was. If you stayed in all day, it used to give you a headache because it used to dry the air out. Anyway, they came and changed it. We left soon after because we needed a bigger house. And within 7 or 8 years of us moving out of there, they knocked them all down and built old folks bungalows. So that was that. Yeah, it was like a cupboard in the middle. I think it was only what you could class as about 2.5 rooms. 2 rooms and the stairs downstairs, that's all it was really. But the front room was 22 foot long, so it went from the front to the back of the house. It was the front room was that big. You had to get carpet and then get them to bring more carpet to stick it together because it was too big. It's all right though. Where I live, Marshalls bought a tractor parts company in Scotland, and then when they closed it down, they moved a lot of people from Scotland to Gainsborough. It's that long ago now. A lot of the old boys have died since, and then we got the London overspill as well. We had a lot of Cockneys moving. I'll take you for a walk around the garden and show you what it's like living here. Don't like noises, Graham. The thing is with this, I haven't got any case on this Samsung. I'll only be able to go so far. If it goes off, I've got no data on this phone. But I will shoot somebody. Not really, just verbally. That's found. Hopefully it'll show you. I can't go too far. So that's the Mediterranean down there, obviously. And then you come round. Yeah, we've got up to 12 people now. Hit the thumbs up, it'd be lovely. It gives the YouTube chance to kick it out. I don't know if it's. Let's go to the other end of this. So they've got this. This is where outside the front door. They all have one of these. Oh, it's better. You can see it now. That shows you the sun shining on the other side. Give me 1 second. I just want to check something. That smelled warm just there. Oh, I've got my leg stick. They're out in the fields, because these are all their fields, obviously. They're picking mangoes and stuff. The guy that owns the villa has brought us 5 mangoes up. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's beautiful. Thanks for saying that, Rushner. How you doing? Obviously, it's got electric poles. They always remind me of the what the chairlifts used to hang on at Butlins. You come round there, look. Make sure I've still got phone signal. You come round there, and actually, if you can see down there, that's a motorway bridge. That's the E7 that comes up from Malaga. Takes you up to, I can't remember what's, but then just out there, I can actually zoom in on this, I think. It's the phone that's warm, standing in the sun. Yeah. So down there, you've got Torrox Costa is that way. And then you come round and there's a place called Nerja. I always spell it, so if you ever want to look at it, spell Nerja. And eating mango at 3. Yeah, I just wish it was my mate, to be honest. And there's my trusty steed for the week. That's the Opel Astra SR, I think it is, but it's not the SRI. It goes like absolute stink. I have a diesel Skoda, which is a 1.6, which is reasonably, for a taxi, it's reasonably rapid. But I don't know what size engine is in that. It feels like you're driving a racing car. And all the seats are sort of moulded. I mean, it was right steel, that was. It was about £180 a week. I've never driven a Vauxhall for years, but it's brilliant, that. Blacked out windows. I'm well pimped in it. Obviously, you've got a gate there that slides across. Makes you feel like Tony Soprano. Beautiful, isn't it? As you can see, I'm obviously with my new... oh, just look down there. There's a proper farm down there. As you can see it. The screen feels really warm. As you're going to point it into the sun. There's the houses, look. When you sat here at night, these are all lit up and it looks like some sort of Lilliput Lane ornament, collection stood on a sideboard. So that's what the imprint of that looks on there. There's no good trying to look over the other side because the sun will be in the way. Ah, is that what it is? Well, it's I don't know how old that one is. It's done 89,000 kilometres. I got it from a company called Weiber, or I presume the Germans would pronounce it Viber, because they don't pronounce the W's, do they? But anyway, Weiber. We used them when we went to Alicante earlier in the year, and they gave me a decent price on the car, so I thought I'd use them again. So we're all alarmed. Look, this is what you get on your... if you're renting legally, this is what it'll say on your... on the side of your house. That is the registration number there. Look. So if anything happens, at least the police know you're here. They register your passport, so you're not in trouble. Oh, I didn't realise that, Graham, I'll be honest. Well, that's why it's all right then. Now, go around the other end. So then the trouble is with this one, I've changed SIM cards over. I'm going to show you in the house. So for some reason, I put a swing on there. Whether I don't know, you never know, do you? I didn't clean my barbecue out from last night because it was too warm. But you've got a full barbecue. And that's actually the washer just there. Outside stuff. But then they put these ornaments in the garden. Outside shower. You just leave your towels on the sunbed. Look at that, eh? It's not a massive pool, that. But it's big enough for 2 people. And it's well worth it because you can actually, like an infinity pool, because you can sit in it and look out over that view. Try not to get too far out because they'll run out of Wi-Fi. Another seating area there. The only problem is with that, you're next to this hedge and you get bit. It's also got a hot tub, which isn't hot, it's cold. Just there, look. If you press a button on that, it bubbles. But obviously it's not a hot tub because it's too warm anyway. So what I'll do, I'll bring you back to where I normally sit and show you the view from there. And normally when I used to be a partaker of much ale, I would have been up about 10:30, feeling grim all day and sleeping. But now I'm a changing man. I get up in the morning. Right, that's my usual view. Hot steam now. There's no heating in it. There's no heating in it. Presumably you wouldn't need any. Yeah, PSA Group bought them. Oh, right, that's how much I know. I think last time I had one, it would have been General Motors, wouldn't it? But and they weren't brilliant, were they? They weren't that reliable. Am I saying that as are any? That last Ford I had was terrible. Hot tub. It streamed from the hot tub. Fat and bald on OnlyFans. So that's basically all I've got to show you, really. I just thought I'd pop on. I was just looking, I thought, well, I got up, I thought, oh, the sun's not over. And then by the time I'd gone and got all the things I needed to go live, it had just popped over. That would have been a better one if it hadn't done it. But anyway, it has. I mean, you never know, I might catch it again. Might start doing it. That looks like it's a picture, that, doesn't it? I can assure you it's not. You've got these big, thick pillars here. These are old finkers, or cordiers, which is farmhouse, isn't it? Up in the hills. And basically what they did, they put a pool in outside and some decking and turned them into what they are now. I think the last thing I actually owned was a Cavalier, but a friend of mine, he had a Cavalier, and they were always used to brag off the Cavalier with the Isuzu diesel engine in it. It was a 1.7 and turbo, and at the time it was way ahead of its time. But even with the Isuzu engine, they used to blow up. Not literally blow up, but and things used to go majorly wrong and cost a fortune to repair. Sure what that noise is. For him to cool down now, it's just the actual sun. What we've done here, you'd be quite interested if you subscribe to the channel, if you want to. The other day we went out and I bought a mount for the windscreen to fasten my camera onto. I've got the Action 4 with me, the DJI Action 4. And I fastened it up to the dashboard, and we did, because obviously where we are now, you've got to get from here to a tarmac road, which takes about 15 minutes. So I did that, and then I did a drive all the way down through Torrox Costa down to a place, the other end of it, called, I've only been coming 15 years. Anyway, the other end of it, and then came back and showed the hill from Frigliana down into Nurka. So that'd be an interesting one. I've done like a little bit of a vlog as well. Called it Mick and Sue. I can't remember what I've called it. God. What did I call it? Mick and Sue's Andalusian vlog. So far I've only done one part of it. But hopefully we'll get some more done before we go home. And I just fastened the camera to the windscreen through this really professional mounting thing. And just chatted to the camera on the way back up. So we're off down to the beach later. The only thing is, in the full season, if you ever try and get to a Spanish beach in a car on a weekend, the first thing you'll find out is there's nowhere to park. You need to be airdropped in or something. But there's a massive car park, and hopefully we'll be able to get on that. The only drawbacks that you've got with staying here, obviously, if you're into a nightlife, you've got to drive to it. So if you're a drinker, you won't be able to walk back. You can't get a taxi, and that's it really. And every time when you drive past Lidl's, you've just got to say, "What do we need?" And you've got to remember every single thing that you need, because if you got all the way back up here, you've got a 30-minute trip to go fetch, say making the spag bol and you forgot the spaghetti. You've either got to eat spaghetti sauce or you've got to go back and get it, which would take you half an hour. That's the other thing. But other than that, there's nothing. It's gorgeous. The Wi-Fi, if you're working remotely, Wi-Fi is a little bit on the steady side because of where you are. A lot of them use satellite Wi-Fi. Obviously it gets cold in the winter. We stayed further up into Frigliana. The other side of Frigliana for our 30th wedding anniversary 11 years ago. And middle of the afternoon, a fog came up and that was proper cold. So, but we're going to do a walk round in the evening up in Frigliana. It's absolutely beautiful. I did one on my other channel just after COVID. So we did one where we were walking around with masks on in January. But we've got a bit more professional since then. We've got some gear. We haven't got a phone stuck on a gimbal. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly what you do if you lived here. Put Starlink in, wouldn't you? So within, the cost of living here, a friend of ours is a Glaswegian, actually. And he's lived here 20 years, and he was actually showing us on his phone how much goes out for his electric and his water and stuff. And it's a fraction of the price of what we pay. Obviously, when you get far up, the water comes up in plastic pipes that are above ground. So, and it's not dangerous in any way, shape or form. There was one year I didn't realise my wife was using it, and the only thing I ended up with quite a lot of indigestion. So we always use bottled water for drinking, but it wouldn't make you ill. It's not like doing it in Africa or something like that where you'd end up poorly. It's it's perfectly drinkable, and I suppose if you were here for long enough, you get used to it. But, I mean, that 2 gallon of water is 60 cents in Lidl. Oh, you're getting well ripped off. XC7, how you doing? Thank you very much for popping in. Very kind of you. Also very kind of everybody that's hit the thumbs up, because obviously it shares it out to the logarithm, makes people watch it on the replay. And one thing I did forget to show you, and hopefully now the sun's high enough, I shall be able to do it. I just will show you that. So back along here, you can see how old these paving slabs are. They're probably original. They're like bricks laid down sideways. So that is the village. Can't go too far because the Wi-Fi will run out. Hopefully it'll show it. So that there is the start of it there. That is the village of Frigliana. Over there. See if I can get it to do it. If it goes off, I'll just disappear. There it is, just there. There's a couple of hotels there if you ever fancy the night having a look round. One's called Miller's, which is a lady called Tanya Miller. She actually was on a TV show. It wasn't Bargain Loving Brits, it was the other one on Channel 4, where she turned 2 townhouses into a boutique hotel. Apparently her dad is one of the people, or was one of the people, who's an antiques dealer on Antiques Roadshow. She's a lovely woman as well. I've met her a couple of times. And we stayed there one night, and we were due to stay there another night, and we found out Lou was poorly while we were here, and we went home. So we missed it that time. But she's got sheets and stuff like that as well. I can't think of the name of the thing. It was on Channel 4 about Brits relocating from the UK to here. But that with her wasn't strictly true, I don't think. She's lived abroad. She rented one of these villas up in the hills. And originally she was living in the townhouse, then bought the one next door, then rented a villa, knocked them into one. And it's one of the few hotels I've ever been in. It's got a trust bar, so you serve yourself. A place called Frigliana. I will put a link in the description, so if you decide you want to subscribe, I'll put a link in the description through to the tourist board or something like that, something you can have a look at. So you can actually have a look at Frigliana. So I think it's 40 miles. It's not 40 kilometres. I think it's 60 kilometres from Malaga Airport. Heading up to, if you came out of the airport and turn left on the E7, you'd end up in Estepona and Marbella, or you don't, you turn right. And you travel up the E7, which is their Ortivo Mediterraneo, which is like that, because it used to be the N340, which is all traffic lights and towns, but now you can just travel up at 120 kilometres an hour, and you're up here within just over an hour. And you come up, I can't remember what junction number it is, but if you come up to that junction and come off, you turn right at the roundabout and it takes you down to the village, to the town of Nerja, Nerja. And if you turn right, you come up to the beautiful Andalusian village of Frigliano. There's Torrox Costa there, the next places. I can't remember the next one after that, to be honest. So as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. And that's why we've been coming so long. The first time we ever came, with TUI. They rent villas out here in the summer. We came early on in the summer. We came in May. The best time we've found for Brits is the last 2 weeks in June before the prices go up for July, and the first 2 weeks in September. If I was ever going to advise anybody who was renting a villa, put in your, we got this through booking.com, this particular one. We sort of rented it late on. We used to rent them a year in advance, but obviously with Lou being poorly, that's not possible anymore. So we got this one off booking.com. It's only been booked 3 weeks. She got another scan through and it said she was okay for us to travel, and so we booked it 3 weeks ago. But make sure you get air conditioning and make sure you get Wi-Fi, because then you can bring a tablet or something like that. Because sometimes in the evening, so I don't drink now, but if you were drinking every night, you'd have a night where you were fed up with drinking and barbecuing, and sometimes you just want to sit and watch Netflix, don't you? Well, this one's got a smart TV in it, so you can log into that. But I always bring an iPad, so you've got something to do. Sit and watch telly. And but say if you do like a beer or two, alcohol in Lidl's in Spain, you can get some really good beers for €1 a can. Against paying €5 in a bar. It's a beautiful restaurant. Over the years, we've noticed they've gone up quite a lot. I had a lunch the other day, cost €89. We used to spend a maximum of 40 before lockdown. But that's the way of the world, isn't it, really? It's the same way everywhere else. Then we went out the other night. We took some friends out. We stayed in an apartment down on the coast last year, and we broke in and stole the holiday money. And obviously we were quite sad about that. But these friends of ours that live here, the day we were going home, they said, "Oh, let's go out for lunch." And they paid for lunch, so I thought, well, we owe them a meal, so I took them out. Went and watched the sunset down at Torrox Costa. 6 plates of tapas, all the drinks that they had, and that was 2 bottles of wine and 2 large gins. I had Diet Coke, which is just as expensive as beer, really, to be honest. And it comes to just over €130 for 4 people. Right, better clear off. Just have a pop on and show you a bit of what we get up to. I've done a full video showing you this in better, but I'm not going to upload anything when I get home, for the simple reason that the Wi-Fi is that slow. I tried to upload a 25-minute video and it said 22 hours. So I thought, well, it's not even worth. So good morning to you all. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks very much for popping in and saying hello, especially you, Graham. So you're always more than welcome. I went on a vape show last night and won. Never win anything, me. Just a pod kit, but I won. Anyway, thank you very much. Lovely to see you all, and we'll catch you soon.